Leaves are certainly changing colour. And welcome back to the window bottom layout. Well, welcome to part 3. This will feature actual running yet. It's all active now. Well, the power track's there. To keep it safe, well, you know, wire safe from the curtain and the radiator as well. Yeah, just the power track. And there's the connector part there. Can easily just clip it in for when I use it, and then clip it back out for when I'm not using it. The standard train controller, the transformer down there. Where there it is. Sorry, that's my laptop charging cable. On this paper's doing a pretty good job at keeping it shielded from bright sunlight. So let's open up the shed doors and see what's inside. Yeah, there's the 08 shunter. There's still nothing in these sidings yet. We've got one wagon on. I've been testing her with this one wagon a few times over the past day or two. I'm going to show you now just a little demonstration. We'll run her out to the main part. First I'll just run her light engine up and down this bit here, and then we'll run her in. I'll show you running into the other active siding here. Pick up the wagon, bring it back out, run up and down, and then have her go back into the shed. Now, overall, it's been working pretty well. There's a little bit of slight hesitation just on this bend here. Just really gentle bending that way, then that way. Overall, it works fine. Just it connects okay. She can easily go around these. It's the really gentle curves, aren't they? But yeah, there was just a little bit of hesitation here, but it seems to have improved. Again, I have gone over all of the active bits, over the points, especially with Trap Magic. So, connect the wire to the power track here. Plug the main one in. The main transformer. Again, this is the standard control and transformer from the City Freight set. So more newer sets. Instead of power clips, now come with the power track pieces. Set the points, switch direction, and out she comes. Oh, sorry, just bang my elbow on the bed ladder there. Yeah, it's not too hazardous, don't worry. But well, look at this. Oh yeah, she goes over these points. She should. I mean, we know these 08 shunters tackle several express points fine, don't we? Run it ever so slowly right up to the buffers next to the signal box. I thought she died a bit there. I think there was a slight bit of hesitation. Well, there's one of these tiny pieces of track here, and yeah, about that big. I don't know. Maybe they don't always like close connections. With just a piece of track being that type. But I think she just went right into the buffers there, but I stopped it just in time. Flip the points back in reverse. Again, they have nicely detailed cabs, these 08s. And now stopped at the other end. The other buffers yet, back next to the shed. It's really clever. I can't believe I've never thought to make something like this before. Well, again, it's probably because I've always wanted a full complete circuit, which the floor is suitable to do again, but I've always wanted somewhere high up to do it. This is exactly waist or top of leg height. And my again, we showed my dad it the other day, and reminding him, was it back in the 70s or 80s, like when he used to run his old B12 on it, a waist a waist or stomach high layout. I think he said part of it was like a figure eight shape or and a few sidings, but yeah, he did have a proper built layout back then. And yeah, in terms of like scale distance, how far she can run from this end to this one, it reminds me a bit of sort of the same distance as when 10 years ago when me and my dad went to the NRM in York. I was there just yesterday. Yeah, you've probably seen the few videos I got there from yesterday. But yeah, in terms of the scale distance, 10 years ago there, they were doing was it a diesel driving for a fiver, I think. Well, they had a Black 08 in the yard outside, of course, which still has the Railway Children Performance tent up there, on that bit of track, just next to it, of course, also used for Railfest as well. You could have a drive of a black 08 shunter, well, just up and down a bit like this. I remember I was allowed to come in the cab with one of the staff members and my dad sitting at the controls. So yeah, that was a Black 08. I think it's at Shildon now. I haven't really seen it at York for a while. But anyway, let's run her back forward. I'll run her back to this end and just make sure she's fully okay here before we run her back into the siding to pick up the wagon. So first, just so I don't forget, I'll set these points so it's set to the siding and run her back. She's running so smoothly again. Yeah, as I said before, sorry if it's a little bit dark. I know the paper's also making quite a nasty shadow as well, but yeah, at the same time, I'd rather not have sunlight beaming down on them constantly. I mean, I know we don't really get that much this year anyway, but it can beam in through the windows for several hours on a morning if it is sunny outside. Yep, she's all fine there. Yeah, I'll just say quickly, even with the standard controller, she runs at low speeds very, very smoothly. Maybe not quite 100% as with the HM2000, but yeah, she's just really, really smooth. She seems to like these controllers. Like running at low speed with them, which is good. So it makes this this shunting demonstration even more realistic. Whereas I know I can always rely on this 08 again. Well, I can't remember any time she's been any real bother. But yeah, let's set these points back. Yeah, of course, both Hornby and Bachmann's 08s are good. Of course, in IC82's Battle of the Shunters, the Hornby one made it over all the express points, whereas didn't the Bachmann one just die on one of them? Ooh, so close, wasn't it? But yeah, again, doesn't seem to show as much hesitation or dislikeness to these standard controllers as a lot of locos do. But yeah, after I've done this little more mini demonstration with just this one wagon, I'll get other bits of the crane as well. I'm gonna have the crane stored in here because I'll film her pulling the crane as well, shunting that around. It's going to be stored in this, in the non-active sidings. This one's just going to have some stuff on display in there, and even though this siding's not going to be active, I am going to put some wagons in there. First the crane. I'm going to put some stock in there, which I'll just swap them over sometimes. Have a shunting, some wagons in here in the active siding, and then swap over, put them in here, and take the ones from here into the active one. Of course, I've been moving from this siding manual with my hand or hand of God, moving them, but I'll probably do that off camera. But yeah, let's get it back and coupled up to that wagon. So slowly back into the yard. Points. slowly. There we go. She's all coupled up. Let's run her back out. Right. I'll run her backwards, then forwards again, and then dropping the wagon back off in the siding, and then I'll run her back into the shed. And it is, well, noticeably easier filming at this height rather than down there for once. There we go. And uncoupled. Let's run her. Let's see her going back into the shed. The door's open. Yep. Just get over these points here and set them. Direction. So yeah, might be a slight bit of hesitation on this bit here, but it's been improving. I don't think all locos will be as good as the 08, but oh no, that was fine. Let's just stop a half in there. Yeah, she seems to have got better on this. Yeah, I'm thinking of giving a few other small locos a go on this. Again, I don't think all of them will be quite as good as the 08. I mean, yeah, I'm thinking of trying my Hornby saddle tank on this, and one another thing about that one is that, well, she really does not like, well, with the scale electric type motor, she really does not like changing direction. So, but I'd still like to give her a go though. I think, you know, yeah, well, I definitely want to film a steam loco running on here as well. Well, especially, you know, a type of industrial type one, well, a steam loco as well as a diesel, specifically, you know, specially used for shunting. So I'm just going to leave the doors open for now. I always close them at night, or if I'm not going to be using it again for a long while. Let's decorate these sidings then. Also get some, well, a few more wagons in the active one as well. Right then, see the view, just look like this. Even looking like just on display, it looks fantastic, it does. Okay, yeah, got 3 more vans here, which the shunter is going to shunt. Still in the shed there. And here, not much, but I thought I would get these out again, well, just to have them stood on the track. These very old ones of my dad's. Of course, you know, he took the motors out of them so they can just be pushed along. Yeah, big number on that one, and of course this one was painted over, but they just missed the, well, the more top part of the boiler, behind the main firebox part. But yes, yeah, it still looks pretty good. Makes that bit the front bit look bigger than it actually is. Oh, and here, yes, here's the crane. I'll film her pulling these for a bit, and then the crane. Just got some other things on display here. Well, I've got my dad's old buffet carving, because that hasn't stood on the track for a long time. Well, I suppose it sort of makes sense that way the workers at this yard can eat in that restaurant car. And a couple of other wagons just here on display as well. Again, this is the railroad crane, but it still works and looks pretty good. Okay, so that was part 3. Part 4 will follow shortly. Yeah, part 3 was the little test earlier with just the one wagon and more detailing up. Part 4 will be shunting these vans and then the crane.